Voltage. Waiting for connection. Bluetooth connection success.
Okay. Ooh, girl, this definitely giving me the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Straight up. Anyway, my fault, y'all. I just ate some country fried steak. I mean, pork chops. I just really needed something to eat. I didn't eat nothing all day. And I have been waiting until Tuesday. The only time they have it at Cracker Barrel. So I'm gonna wait until I get there and sit there and eat and get the backyard chicken. Or I was gonna get go to Cheddar's and get the ribs. I always get the half rack of ribs, but then when I got on a menu, I seen that they had some new stuff, like 8 new things, and I'm like, I can't pick. Let me just stick what I said, okay? Let me stick to what I said. So, all right, we want to find out why does somebody keep on coming to us with this many, like somebody saying that because I said this is not my mother and brother, so there could be somebody that held on to this conservatorship. But I was hearing that somebody trying to say that I'm a mini this person, but I don't look nothing like this person. I'm not this person. Now it would be funny because there is a seed that I ended up producing that looked like this person, but I haven't seen this person since high school or since middle school. So I don't know how that would be. Um, Last time I thought this person was a girl, but I keep on thinking like what it's saying that I'm not a pig or something, or like I think the warthog is like Campbell. I'm not one of those energies. Like I said, you could tell it in my features in my face. You could see the lion, and you could see the wolf in my eyes. And so I don't know. Somebody saying I'm not one of them, but that somebody cast a pearl to swine. Somebody hangs out with the less desirables, and they create with them, even if they are doing something to contaminate what source said not to touch. It's no offense. It's just what the truth is. Okay. I was also getting from the show Empire. I was getting visions because this would be a media energy. It wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? This would be my media energy. I've already gotten these badges through the past lifetimes. I was getting Empire when the bougie family had kidnapped baby Bella. All right. So somebody could have a baby with them that they're not supposed to have, but they're trying to make a big excuse about how they got this baby. We got the is in reverse. That's the first time I'm seeing that. All right. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I have a thing. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I like to just pick because I got the cards in here all nice and neat. And then sometimes I like to shuffle. Hollywood shuffle. Hold on. Okay, so these were the cards, I guess, from early. Yes. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's what definitely what I was getting. Okay, so earlier it said they weren't coming against you. Okay, now somebody's connected. Somebody could be concerned, y'all. We got the West of the upright, so somebody could be trying to fight back. Like the West could be like, no, that's my person. In reverse, that could have been working with this lawyer. Now the lawyer is in reverse all of a sudden. And we got the Virgo is in reverse. And then we have misunderstood. Definitely heavy Miami, Florida. There's some kind of connection or ties with the elite breed part of me that has something to do with Florida and properties. Somebody been running this sector or something like this for a long time. Now, I was trying to think because I was like, maybe kind of like the features and stuff look like her facial features and these are like more alien breeds. She thinking it's not really that though. It's more the safari, because Safari looked like my cousin Donnie when before he got that accent. This was looked like exactly like Donnie, whatever his name is, because I think the boys got different dads. But on the Henley side of the family is what that looked like to me. I whatever this money fraud thing, it happened with that sector. It happened with group with whatever this is that happened. The first big thing that dropped, this happened with Love and Hip Hop, with all them and with Rich Dollars and the Slime guys or whatever. This shit is runs deeper. Like that's a very valid, like when they started, something like this started. This started. Something started, okay? That's all I know. All right? So somebody could be power tripping because they've been able to do something for a long time or whatever like this. Okay, get ready for a surprise visit. Somebody could be somebody's sister or alleged, like y'all could be from the same, sector. This could be a splice. They could have spliced off of us and made these people famous. So they are the famous talking heads, but somebody keeps warning me that whatever we're seeing on the digital era is a mirage. Now, this could be, I told you, some aliens could be here trying to disguise themselves like we like friends, and they're the ones using this AI shit, okay, to make it seem we got business success. This could also be a new sector of something, and now somebody can see them like they live, and now there's a rank position for me above these people because of how I'm able to see, me being a child of God. They can't hold me down. Now, can't nobody hold me down. That could be what Diddy and them was using, but that's really because this motherfucker was running around here with my fucking identity, with my so-called spiritual identity. All right, so we got a business success. This might be that these people been able to, these beings may have been able to run around here and do everything because nobody could see them. And it could be something, like I told you, since I was 9 years old, I was like, I think that some of these people is aliens. This could be something that was already on my chart to do, and they just been trying to block me from doing it so that these people could get in trouble. Yeah, breaking up happy homes, and then justice prevails, okay? So these is soft ass men that's like, why can't you get up and do it yourself or something? Knowing that this ain't got nothing to do with regular everyday life. Bitch, I don't know where you got to go. See what I'm saying? Because it may not be nothing. I may be the one that had to create something to imprison these people until they pay something back, or to call them out on their shit, or these beings. Like I said, I could be some kind of cosmic sector, and I'm here and I've been lost or cut off from a thread or a string. And so I've been suffering from some type of secret abuse from these people, whether it's financial abuse, domestic abuse, galactic abuse, whatever it is, okay? But it's been under somebody's eye that was okay with it, because I told you these people are foreign to whatever this is. It's like this is like a higher power energy, but those people are not higher power. If these people went into the industry, that automatically denounced them. They cannot be sitting here trying to talk to, oh, if you wish on a star, beg us. Motherfucker, what I'm talking about is above this. I don't give a fuck if my cord is cut or not. It's in my motherfucking veins. Okay? So, like I said, nobody can say nothing about me not being a part, because again, at one point in time, some of these people, or whoever their earthly body is, was around me heavily. They was in the family, or close to the family, or a best friend or something. So somebody's fronting. They acting like I don't have no home training or something. I don't know how to be out in the public from watching me for 3 years, but these people been watching me all my life, and I got more class than all of these motherfuckers. It just don't piss me off. It's just like my mom. And my mama got like an obnoxious temper. Like she, might like say one thing like, okay, yeah, sure, have a good day. She'd be like, oh, why'd you say that like that? What do you mean have a good day like that? Like she'll snap on somebody for giving her like, like my mom just, I don't know, she just be going in. I'd be like, Mom, that wasn't even really, not getting crazy or nothing, but she just got an attitude with everybody about every little thing. So I will snap off on a motherfucker about something serious. But I think as my mom started getting a little bit older, I noticed that she was a little senile. Like, I think also with this breed, they try to give you forced early dementia. Things like this, okay? By putting stuff in your food or, in you, okay? But remember, like anybody could say one little slip up and say something kind of weird, and she's like, well, what you mean by that? No, all you got to do is go ahead and give me my money or something like this, and put my stuff in the bag. Yeah, because I didn't need that extra comment. Like, she snap on people at the gas station, at the damn McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? She be snapping on people for like small things. All right. And I used to be embarrassed. Like, I don't normally get embarrassed. Like, I let people be who they are. Like, my children is like that. They don't like people to raise their voice. You know, they like us to whisper at the restaurant because they feel like people looking at them. Right. Or we'd be with a group of girls and it'd be always that one girl that'd be like, ah, ha, 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 like laughing loud. Excuse me. And everybody will be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Um, But like my children, they don't like that. I told you when I'm pulled to the music could be like barely on, you know, and they be like, turn that down. It'd be on 2 or something. And they be like, turn that down before I open up the door. It's like, can't nobody hear this shit. Yeah, we got some kind of fraud going on. I think we're just gonna pull this first 6 or whatever. All right. So somebody could be mad because you found out who their person is that they went into another realm with. Okay. Also, the grays, I don't know. The grays could be the ones that like the anal energy or something, the Uranus energy. Okay? All right? They punish you to death and not give you nothing, whoever these groups are, if you don't go that route. And we're going to see about that. Yeah. Because, look, the wrong way. I feel like either we talking about this anal thing, this Uranus energy is the wrong thing, or somebody is saying if you don't let this person penetrate you in Uranus, this is the wrong way. But we're going to go ahead and pull. I think I'm going to put this as number 7. Yeah, there's nothing else facing us in the deck. Yeah, blood sacrifice. Some kind of blood sacrifice. Sacrificing the livelihood of others' lives or others for personal gain, making deals with elites for fame, success, fortune, and money and clout. So somebody was doing this, and this could have been the wrong way to do something. Maybe these people tried to bury the version of me that was, like, say they were using a version of me in the royal courts, but like on a lower end. Okay, I'm getting Johnson. I was seeing Boris Johnson popping up on the media today. Something could be significant. All right. And then we have the wrong way. So let's just put these to the side and then see what we got here. All right. So somebody's saying like, oh, you don't fit into, okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of these bitches that what I see them doing online and on TV and on national TV, I would think the same thing. But I guess because they clothes is fancy, because they got paid, or some of these people was using payments of hours. But these people could be foreign to something. And we got but God. So it don't matter what these people think. They could think you rock. Somebody think you cold and lonely, or I am. But, excuse me, it don't matter what they's talking about. They don't got shit to do with this. Like, these people about to go to jail or something. They better find out how to get it back. Yeah, somebody's hiding or hiding something. These people even be hiding children when they under investigation. Because I seen some child or something getting born. I seen like acid, like somebody put acid in somebody, in somebody's womb or something. So a baby could come out funny looking and make it like your womb. Or like I said, somebody took my womb and then they gave me, if they have a deformity in their family, it's like they gave me their, goodness gracious. They gave me their womb because they were so afraid to have children because of this deformity. And then they could have gave me somebody else's womb, and this was producing, somebody could have been like, oh, I thought you said you was going to give me beautiful children, and there's children with deformities. So somebody could be trying to say that you're the one that produces this, but all they got to do is do a DNA run. Yeah, this, look, it's not hidden anymore that somebody was doing this. Somebody killed like the younger version of me, or put it out into sex trafficking or in another country, and then they did something here with the womb. Or that version, at the ripest time with the womb, they took that person and sent them to Africa or something to even though it's America, they sent that person to, or that version of me, to a foreign land to produce. These, it's like 3 bugs that just landed on my leg. So these people are gonna have to pay for this pain and suffering or whatever this is. Yeah, you can't restore nothing with these people because they lied. And somebody was married to me or you, and you cannot rebuild nothing because this person is a liar. Like in the real life, these people could have been acting friendly to you. They come off as honest people that don't lie. But if you knew what they was doing behind the scenes when you wasn't looking, or if you know how, like whatever they do and connect in the in the back end, okay, there could be something about dual citizenship or dual, like I'm a dual world citizen, but somebody blocked me from going back to my world, okay, and they were taking other hoes there, or they was only being able to go back and forth. They said, oh, the person that you gave me died or whatever, so this is why I'm doing like this. Yeah. So that these witches or these fairy godmothers or these women, these could be women in your family, in my family, that was supposed to take care of us or keep bad things away, and they did not do this, and they couldn't get paid for this, and they didn't do it. Some of these women could have been Hispanic. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get a victory. And they also was working with this 9 of Pentacles, somebody that seemed like they lived like the good life, a single woman, you know what I'm saying, that lived like they lived the good life. Maybe even a lawyer, or, somebody that's like a real estate agent that's very successful in a very, fluent town where they selling like big shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got the fans clothes, nice makeup, nice apartment, like what is Gabrielle Union in the one show, Mary Jane. So somebody like a Mary Jane, a nice, quiet life. Like, I don't know why people scared of that life. I don't know why people are scared of life. Can y'all tell me? Okay, maybe I don't know much about it. Okay, but I don't know why they talk about women that, well, okay, but I feel like these could be women that are up there in age and they never had like a real relationship. Now, some of you been in a relationship for 20 and 30 years and it wasn't a real relationship. So, you could have been better off doing it on your own. Okay, if you knew that this is how something worked. And why were they allowing these people to tie themselves to us if they knew that it would be nothing but taking advantage of another person? It seems kind of messed up. So this 9 of Pentacles could have been working with these witches, or working with, this could be like a Maleficent energy. This moon energy could be the Maleficent. This she energy, somebody could be the Maleficent here. Somebody is a Maleficent energy. Okay, they could be burdened now because this is the Most High. But this is saying Maleficent was fucked up towards the baby too. It's not like the movie, where she was like, oh, little beasting, I'm whatever. No, these people were two-faced the whole time. But something is all coming back to me now. Okay? And somebody is pissed off about this. Or maybe they're happy about this. Maybe this is somebody that was like this, that follows a certain tradition or culture. Or maybe they was in Islam, but they coming up out of that. Because again, in order to fuck with me, it's a come away from what your mama and your daddy. That means they religion, they land, or whatever this is, in order to be with me, America. That's why, again, what do you think? People that came here from Ellis Island, people that came from Ireland, people that came from all these places, Germany, all places back in the day, what do we call them now? We don't call them Germans. They're supposedly, or we will be calling them Americans. These older lineages and these people that came here, from like the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s, they're now considered Americans. Even when people come from Italy right now, we might say, because they speak Italian or because of the way they cook, you might say, yeah, I think that family is Italian. They own an Italian bakery. But if they didn't own an Italian bakery on the corner and you saw this person at the park, you would just say that was an American or a Caucasian person. You would not be saying, do you get what I'm saying? Okay? You would not be saying, oh, that's an Italian. These Italians. People don't, it just, I don't know about you, but I've never heard it. Okay? All right? But the newer breed that's coming in is Mexican. So, and it's not even new. They've been coming in for a long time. They've been coming in for a long time. So I don't know. But somebody could be salty here because they're gonna have to pay something back to me. Because if this, I told you, if this the other side of Jordan and God blessed them and said that they could build, but not like this. Not like this. Not taking something from somebody, not like this. So somebody think I'm lying, but no. I said what I said. This make me think, like, I don't know when these people cross over, if they know what they looking at, but you can't tell me that little young man, that Prince of Dubai, don't look like my friend's nephew, which is Mexican, okay, and Caucasian, I think, or maybe the mom is Caucasian. You're not telling me that these people come from no deeply rooted family of money from Saudi Arabia. Now, if I am this 33 child or a 46 child with these strands, hence these strands on the back of this card, and I would be a seed or something that was created off of like a Saddam Hussein, that would be meaning that I'm the one. Even if I had a child with another Arabic dude, it would be I'm the one that would have the deep, not my child. I'm the one that would have a first old world or old connection with a particular family or something like this that has deeper roots, that was maybe more of a higher status. It wouldn't be these particular people. Now, what I was saying was with the Saddam energy, since Saddam, my dad, and my best friend's dad resemble each other. Okay, different times in my dad's life. Cause shit, I told you, Epstein and motherfuckers DeSantis look like my dad at different times, and we're different species that are here. We're chalking this up to the different times in the timeline where I noticed that my dad's facial features shifted, where my facial features shifted. Okay, so I was thinking like they just keep on recycling these people and bringing them back. Okay, the man down there in El Salvador looked like fucking Saddam Hussein. Do you get what I'm saying? They keep recycling these people and bringing them back with in a different part of the world, with a different accent, with a different language. You know, back in the day, they used to say, you will read about these so-called men of valor, and they will say something like, oh yeah, this man, he knew 7 different languages. Like, how the fuck you learn? You know, dang. You know, and this is back in the 40s and the 50s. Somebody would be knowing, or even in the 1800s or the 1600s with royals. Oh, it was said that the Duke of Normandy was this, and that, and he knew how to play 10 different instruments, and he knew 8 different languages. It's like, damn, it wasn't even no airplanes back then. So how was these people getting around and learning these damn languages unless they ain't fucking human or they something else? You understand? So, you know, that's just something to think about. All right. So, but what I was saying, if this person is wearing a costume, then, okay, and this is the richest person in Saudi Arabia. So, you know, like, you're not going to play with me. That's when we got to talk about it. Because then I was looking at pictures of Saddam's children. And then I was kind of looking at a picture of my friend. Like, she showed me a picture when she was little, had a little bangs or whatever, and a red and white dress on. She was really cute when she was real little. You know, there could be a chance, okay, that somehow they wove something together, okay? All right? Even the man that lived next to me in my Kenosha house looked like Saddam. All these men have the same phenotype, all right? So what do you think when God is asking Adam, look at these animals? That means that he already then rose Adam above, even if Adam is a girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? He already rose this person above these beings and called them animals and asked him to name them what he would call them. Or what is this? What you think? You think God didn't know what it was? Shouldn't God had already known what these animals was instead of having Adam tell him what it is? This is like God's returning to the earth and saying, who is these people? So when I'm sitting there watching TV, or if I'm doing something, or I'm on YouTube, it's something is asking me, something is nudging me, like, who is that? And I'm like, that look like a mix between these people, that people, and that people. I'm not being prejudiced. My God is asking me something. Maybe these people have been away for 40 years or 30 years or something, and they don't know what the people that they planted on the earth was doing. And if I'm letting them know, oh well, this looked like that, that, and that. Somebody's like, okay, you're right. Well, then maybe this. It's making me think about Prometheus when he came back and he thought he about to kill all them people. But they was like, we aren't doing anything wrong. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to. But these people were doing something wrong. So Prometheus would just be shady or a punk if he didn't take care of the business and get these people cleared up out of here. But, you know, we'll see. Or somebody is really a boss. Now, somebody could be sitting upright and righteous. Somebody could have came here like, oh, I came here to save you. But I end up falling in love with everything else. That wasn't your fucking job to do. That wasn't what you were supposed to be here doing. Okay? So this could be judgment being called on a being that came to earth here to protect an empress or something like this, and they went and did something else. This person could be fallen here. All right? The King of Swords, this person act like they doing something righteous, like, oh, well, because in the movie he was like, okay, well, I won't destroy them or something like this. So somebody's acting like they're doing the right thing, but this person could be annoyed with you because I could be somebody that came back to earth and they're like, well, let's bring her on board. We tired of this motherfucker. He ain't even do what he supposed to do. Because whoever this is, this King of Swords, they're not being protected. This is a lawyer or something like this, or a judge. I'm getting like a judge. Like this is like a, I don't know. Or if people could be mad if this is a girl that's being looked at as a King of Swords. If this was a King of Swords male, it'd be hundreds of men rally around this nigga getting wet napkins for his balls and asking him what can they serve him for dinner tonight. What can I do to please you? But if it's a female coming up as a King of Swords because she won't cry, because she's standing strong, because she don't give a fuck what these people is talking about, and she being cold, this is somebody that your daddy could have been a King of Swords. And you coming out as a female, or you could be a female that was castrated as a child, and you can't help what you are. And these people trying to beat you or beat you in submission to make you be some whiny little girl that's crying about everything and not tough. And I feel like because somebody picked somebody that was whiny and crybaby-ish and spoiled. And they always got to deal with this damn girl's emotions. And because they said that you was not equipped. And somebody finding out that you a little bit tough. This is what this is giving me with these two cards. And so they like, how tough are you, bitch? We'll make sure all these men walk away, or we won't help you. Like, this a female, but no men want to protect a woman that's sitting in King of Swords. She got the same energy, the same dynamic as these men, if not standing stronger than them when it comes to what's right. Without having an entourage or a group of motherfuckers like Martin Luther King running around here. And they are being targeted or harmed. And they still standing their fucking ground. These supposed to be men of so-called valor. But they're refusing. If you are the first one to be like, this make me think about the Game of Thrones with the Iron Throne with the swords in it. This is like people like refusing to do something because it's a girl. So they just gonna act like you don't exist. They're going to not protect you. They're gonna make you have you learn a lesson. And it's bad because if you dealing with King of Swords, these motherfuckers is cold. So somebody want to put you there and have you dealing with other King of Swords that don't like the fact that a lady is doing something that men's usually do. Okay, that's deep right there. This could also be in the north. This could be why something in the north is in reverse here. I really do feel like this is the situation here. There's a girl that's supposed to sit on some kind of throne. That man normally, you see that butterfly? It's a butterfly on his head and a butterfly over his head. This is I never even noticed those there. This is about a girl, and somebody don't want to see you in that position, so they could be walking away. I mean, they could be trying to send some man in to open up your heart chakra, bitch. Fuck you to death. You know what I'm saying? Where you feeling all, in love and doting. Somebody ain't got time for that. You don't have time for that. Whatever that is, they're trying to send Mr. Lover Boy, Shaba. They trying to send you to the islands to get you all fucked up in your head, to your head. All the, having something, Stella got her groove back or something. And you like, let's get the business. Like, I'm not worried about no damn love. I've been in a fake, for me, I don't know about y'all, the other ladies out here. But it's like I've been in a fake marriage for all this time. I raised children that wasn't even mine. I raised children that whoever these beings is been putting other people's kids in my stomach and had me risk my motherfucking life and have children that may not even be mine in a 20-something year marriage, motherfucker. I ain't got no time for love or whatever this is. Okay, let's bring in the business. Yeah, I'm telling you, Queen of Cups. So somebody's like, oh, well, we'll just choose the Queen of Cups even though she broke those laws and tried to give somebody HIV. This is the woman that we was talking about earlier. Just because you doing everything right. These are some haters, y'all. Somebody is a hater, okay? But this person is not going to have no financial support, though. If these people was using money, yeah, because this person, they keeping this person in the upright, this Queen of Cups, but she was one of the people that was sending your money your way, your finances, your checks. If you had a court date, these people were sending your mail somewhere else, and now they don't have access to this money no more. So they're trying to keep this person in this prestigious Queen of Cups energy, but this is a crook. So my name could be Crooks. I was hearing you ain't never had a friend like me. I think it was like a Tupac song or something, but somebody is not a friend, okay? And then I seen a song called Best Friend, and somebody that could be here as a best friend, it's like, okay, that person came and tried to stab something in your back, because these people could have already knew about the prophecy with you or me back then. Okay, so a lot of shit that these people put out in music wise could have been a muse for you, or you could have been a muse for it, right? Okay. Somebody don't like this. Yeah, but this is the Queen of Wands. I'm telling you, somebody about to be burdened here for using up somebody's money. Like, these people drank. You could have been a billionaire, trillionaire. These people drained something. There ain't nothing left for you. You didn't get one penny of this money. And now somebody's burdened because all of it is gone. The Queen of Wands is in the Queen of Swords. This is like full-on power. This is like sensual, subtle power. And it's all, I will cut your motherfucking ass right now if you playing in my face. This is that, both. Right? Or this could be a woman that was sleeping with a man, somebody that was pleasing to a man, and somebody trying to bring this person into the kingdom, and you the Queen of Swords, and you like, no, you can't come in here. It's a burden to have this person in your kingdom, whoever this is that's trying to get in. It's like your husband coming back from a long journey or war or something. Let's think like, back in the day when they had to send letters and stuff, and whenever I think about war, I go back to like Vietnam or, something older, World War I or something, because the romanticizing of it, I'd like to watch old movies like that. So it's like, when they like writing letters to each other, sending it way back home, and the girls, these ladies are properly dressed and they're just waiting for Tommy to come back. It's something like this. I like that kind of version of it, okay? Because I really don't know what these people doing in war. If they having real wars today, if they all just online and it's all just fluff and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect. I just don't know what because they playing a lot with digital stuff. I'm talking about the wars that our granddaddy them was in. Real shit. Not no genetically modified pictures of some buildings getting bombed. You see what I'm saying? That ain't got shit to do with America. Okay? So, there could be a Queen of Wands. Or hell, there could be a Queen of Swords that don't want you around. A sister energy. You make this person happy, and they don't want this Queen of Wands around. This could be a sister trying to do something, because the sister could be the one that's doing this blood sacrifice on the queen. This family is basically criminalized. They are criminals. They stole my crown when I got married to their son. These people cloned themselves. They went to the UK or something and other places in the world and was using my crown to get in places and left me behind, is what I feel. Or they took a ignorant version of me, like a clone that can't think like me, that can't say, no, you can't have that. No, like a strategic thinking real queen. This mindset been always here. Being tortured, I did the best I could to raise my children. I think I was a really good mother, really good cook, really good all that shit. But sometimes it was torture because I knew I was supposed to be doing something greater. And somebody was reducing me to sit. Girl, it's like... It's like Charlotte on Lucifer when God put her on earth, her be like a house mom, and she hated it at first, and then she started to kind of like it, and then she ended up going back to heaven. But I think there's a Lord energy or God or Lucifer already playing around, or the devil is already, it says the devil will be running things in heaven. So the devil already done placed itself, excuse me, okay, excuse me, and they have made me miss out on something like leaving the planet for good. I'm all done here. Just so they can keep playing in my face, right? Or just so they can keep playing in your face. If these people restricted you from some type of vision quest or mental growth or a real way or outlook on how the world works outside of the Truman Show, when you wake all the way up and you over this shit, you know how the simulation is working in the matrix, and you outside the box, and they can't contain you, and they can't have you talking to the other animals in the zoo. So they want to get your ass up out of here and send you where you need to be, going out of space and telling the truth. Then they're going to kill your ass like they did all these races that came in the past, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and them. Even though I don't think these people are dead, you know, same thing with great women that come. They never want us to be way up on a pedestal in the public eye. They use spiritual energy so that people can drain us through our process, us weakened. You see? So even if there was a woman Messiah or like a Christ-like energy that came, like one of these people that came to change the world, they're going to what I call do a cast down syndrome. That's everything in their power, every sector in the world, using their methods and manipulation to make it seem like somebody ain't what God lifted them up and shed the light on them, and everybody can see this light on you. You may not be able to see it on yourself, but you know people can see it on you. All right? And they will cast you down and kick you down, turn you homeless, have you wandering around on drugs or something like this, talking outside of your neck, talking crazy stuff in the park. Well, that's not what we're doing right now, but I'm just saying, like hitting yourself in the head and talking and going crazy with a shopping cart. This is what the fuck they I feel like. They can't kill somebody. They can't. There ain't no need to pretend like to get somebody to step out the limelight, because they never let you or me or whoever this person is that's making shit happen here on this earth. They never let you be on the news and say, "Oh, look at this woman or whatever. She's leading this civil rights act." They never put you on a pedestal in that form, on the media. You see what I'm saying? Or like, you know how a new lawyer come around or something like a Al Sharpton, you know how, you know, these people's blazing through, you know, the headlines, saving celebrities from, you know, some type of, you know, financial ruin of a lawsuit, you know, like a superhero, you know. It's almost like, so they will do everything to cast you down and make you seem like God accidentally gave this person that light. Look what this person is now. 46, pregnant. These is niggas that are hire people to rape their wife so they can get out of a marriage, instead of saying, I don't want to be with you no more. You know, just I'm gonna give you half or give you the house, and I'm leaving. You know, these is niggas that have a whole family started already, while they still in your house blocking you from having another masculine on a higher level commitment. Because now we talking about higher level, the way your ass is thinking, the way that God's children is getting paired up on this earth. So somebody will stay around just to make sure nobody else can't come in and take that spot. All of the good bachelors that are the children that's going to be rising up, they want to make sure they're all taken and got babies with people and stuff like this. And then you're the last one. Then once they see you, there's no match for you. All right. You know how Adam said, oh, I've been naming all these animals. I've been looking, I've been doing this, and still it's not nobody like me. You see? Somebody is feeling like that right now. Like there still ain't nobody for me. Like I named all the animals. I did all the stuff you did. And then God said, okay, it's not good for man to be alone. And again, we could be talking about mankind, like the early men of America, like the early people that was already here before slavery, that was before all of this shit. Okay? To start something, right? So then, even if you think about when they said slavery started in 1620 or something, I think it wasn't no 1617 or something. 1617 to 1620 was like a really weird time. But I think in 1618 was the first time that they brought in so-called Caucasian or white women to the ports over there in the East Coast or in the east of the Garden. That's the first time that they brought women, you know. They had sent men over here to clear the forest and clear out spots, and then they started sending a couple women and children to come be with these men. You know what I'm saying? But if you, oh, this could be also payback, because if you think about it, these men would have already had been mating with the women that they was finding on the soil, okay, to get their rocks off. All right, so I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. But some people don't want somebody to sit on something here. All right, and now somebody is the Nine of Swords. Somebody is up all night stressing about something here. Okay, and it could be their mental health. This could be somebody that has seen something, or something happened to them that they can't get over. It's some type of attack, abuse, sexual abuse. Somebody could be in jail. They could be, you know, in some kind of facility, some testing facility or something. Area 51. I don't know where they could be. In Fort Knox, bitch. I don't know where this person is at. But somebody is in a situation here, and they unstable, or somebody is saying that this person is unstable, or they mentally unstable here. This could be somebody saying this about somebody in the north, but this is not true. They trying to downcast the king of the north into the lower realms, and so they trying to say that somebody is crazy. Okay, yeah, these could be people that have moved up into the north. Look, this could be Islam in the north. They don't talk about this, but there's a lot of Islamic people in Canada. I know that they had a lot of people from like the islands going up into Canada and stuff, and then they sent those. They were saying that they were sending those people back home. But influx of Islam in Canada, from any Christian, the north could be going against God in a sense where they're taking up. Oh yeah, because look. So this is why this is so dangerous here. Because look, with this King of Swords right here. Ooh, yep. Look, I told y'all. Hold on one second. This is a Mohammedan energy, okay? With this turban and with this thing on the head. And look, and right in front of him, there go the two moons right here, the two crescent moons with this King of Swords. So this is a group of people that don't really mess with women having freedom, or saying whatever they want to say, or not covering up their face. But when you talking about these Islamic women covering up their face, remember, there's another aspect to this. With Sharia law, we see these women with the cover on and wrapped up around their face or something. You only see their eyes. But this is also domestic abuse. This is certain things you need to hear. You need to not just hear words the way that some of these people need to hear how to get yourself out of one of these relationships. If you seem to get into one, you need to be able to speak. It's kind of like in the Bible when it said, oh, a woman can't speak in court. People like to use that, or in public places, or in church. They like to use that. But this is also talking about the ancestors that was already here on this soil. That when we were getting influx of new people coming into the land, around the time with the slave codes and shit like this, and there were prestigious looking so-called African Americans. I don't call them African Americans. I say there was American Indians. Some of these could have been. And these people would have already been here before fucking slavery. All right, because there was dark-skinned Indians here. So these was people that was fighting against people coming in and thinking that they can vote. Like they saying, oh, should Mexicans be able to come right in? You know, all the people that Biden them let in, should they be able to vote? No, they shouldn't. Okay? So it was something about them protecting something. Because if you go back, I did a report online. I told y'all this before, very extensive, about voting. Women were already voting in multiple places in America. So them making it seem like on the media so much like, oh, women's voting rights or whatever like this, they were already voting. So we had to been taught women with breast was already voting with a vagina. Okay, so they must have been talking about the influx. See, they don't specify this in the writings. Okay, it's biblical too. We were talking about the people that were coming here from overseas and stuff like this in large influxes. Because why should they be? Same reason why you got to be here and live here for a certain amount of time before you become president. I, for one, think you got to be connected to one of these family lines that go back. That's my opinion. It can look like how the fuck it want to look. But I'm one of the people, I don't think that you should be able to live here for 20 years and just say, and just be the president. That's why the fuck where we at right now. Because even when they first gave you the first black president, it's an African. It ain't no motherfucking American Indian. It's an African with a suspicious fucking birth certificate. Like, I mean, people just buy anything. All right? So they could be getting, back to what we said. It just seemed like everything is coming at one time. So let me slow down. That's why I don't like channeling. Okay, like this. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm getting hot. Tur. Okay, they don't want, so this could be Islam taking a stand in the north. They've taken it from us. What they've been doing, I think, secretly, they've been playing around. The royals been going through some shit behind the scenes since 1999, or since 9/11, or since whenever Rush Hour came out. When they did that little skit in the first 10 minutes of Rush Hour about the Chinese, the Chinese something, taking over the royal family, and they was like, yeah, we did it, and all them people standing at the table. That was very fucking significant. Okay, somebody lost a huge chunk of the royals. In the UK lost a huge point of their independence or power or something right the fuck then in that year. I don't know what it is. We could probably go back and look, but I'm not doing researching no more. I did years of that. I don't feel like doing that. We just, somebody take the shit and do something greater. But you got these two energies. They don't want, they're doing something. They're coming from the north, y'all, and the south. With El Salvador and shit like this, they're doing something. It's like a sandwich. Like North America is squished. North America is, there's a lion in the middle of the coat of arms that's being squished by the north. Something is coming. Something is coming, y'all. We got the sun shedding light on the situation. This is something is coming. It don't have to be bad, but it don't have to be good. Something is coming here. Something is coming. Somebody is shedding the light on, because last night we got, somebody wanted you to come somewhere so bad, and they said, don't come. Don't come. Wherever you think about, don't take that leap of faith, was the first thing that I got. And then something said, don't come. If they trying to lure, especially a female or something like this, north, just don't do it. Just don't do it. 8 of Swords, imprisonment. They just trying to get you up there, or get somebody up there so they can drain your energy here. This is what somebody shedding the light on. Don't do it. Remember in Handmaid's Tale, those people was going to Canada thinking that they was about to go to safety. And when they got up there, it seemed good and fine on the surface level, but they found out that they was doing almost the same thing that they was doing down here. When she ran into that little girl Esther, okay? So the little girl Esther was there, and she felt imprisoned, and she was telling June, I want to go with y'all. I don't want to stay here with him or whatever. You remember that? Some shit like this. Somebody got somebody's child. It's time to kick these people out. It could be something about somebody got double crowns. I'm seeing a double crown. It might be time to get Islam out of Canada, okay, and send them south or something like this. Confirmation, okay? Freezing up some money or stopping his money, because we're going to find out that these so strong men's group that don't want women talking is because for centuries they've been coming here to America and looking up under my dress and sitting here looking what the fuck is down there forcibly, seeing what, digging for gold, and then running up out of here with this shit and spending it on other nations or on themselves, or sending our money back home, making money, sending the shit back home. So it's something about some assets. If these men were secretly marrying me or somebody else because of some assets that was left from these fathers or these feathers, okay, on the crown, these people are about to get stopped. This money is about to get stopped, okay? Because I'm not dead. These motherfuckers, I'm telling you what they did, y'all. I'm telling you what they did, okay? With the queen. I'm telling you. Somebody ain't dead, bitch. Like, okay. Listen, this is some bold motherfucking moves. Like, you think about it, back in the day, like in the ancient times, it was some scandals going on. Like, on a level like that. They wasn't scared to say, we seen the president coming out the bit. Nobody don't talk that shit today. It's some scandal going on here. Somebody ain't dead. We talking about senior royals now, right? Somebody could be supposed to be like, I could be supposed to be amongst the senior royals in a sense. If something happened to Elizabeth, it would be me next, not Charles, or whatever the fuck his name is. It's not. If in 91, see, Russia, see, that's where it's coming back up again. In 91 to 93, whatever secret dealings they was having with Russia over here. Okay, so if I was supposed to start my process as being like in the underbelly of the royal family, being an offspring or a hidden offspring, then they did something. They did a sacrifice, a blood sacrifice. They did something here. They could have even said that this version of me is dead or something like this. Okay? The one that looked like the queen mother. Okay? The one that looked like the queen mother. They could have put me, I could have had such a hard knock life because they said that it was something mentally wrong with me. But this means, okay, golly, it's so much coming to me. I was thinking, what if my best friend, what if they not Mexican, or what if they is Mexican, but they feeling in the Saudi energy, acting like Saddam and his family? Or was Saddam really Mexican? And then I'm just like, it would be funny to find out that my best friend was Mexico, the queen of Mexico, and I'm America. And because I'm brown skinned. You see what I'm saying? Okay? Because Saddam got some coarse ass hair. Okay? And all this time, these people knew that was really a sister of mine from this person's first something, and they let these people play and spend all my money and treat me like some. But in my life, this person act like they was my best fucking friend. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. They could have said I was mentally ill or dead or something. Nobody told me. And they've been just playing this game and spending all of my assets or whatever this is. This shit is crazy. Because I seen those pictures, and I swear one of them little girls looked just like my friend. But they could have been playing. What I'm saying is, when I was on that Jackson house when we were little, something is telling me a transformation happened with my dad early. Like right early, like 81, 82, 83. The person had to go off and become something else. It's just like, what else? What if? What if whatever we had there or whatever, the person was already populating with another person? This is like the Papa was, we say Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. But there was more about breeding. Most of slavery was about breeding. It was about breeding, if you really think about it. So the Rolling Stone or the man going out for milk and cheese and never coming back, that's like, okay, in the 60s and shit, something like this, 50s, 60s, 40s maybe. And then now we're dealing with something else here where we have clones. All you gotta do is clone somebody and take the person out of the lifestyle and give them a different lifestyle. They could go on TV. You would not know this person because they could change the person's skin color, eye color. This is what the Germans was doing in the Nazi camps. So your dad could have been a brown-skinned brother back in the 80s, but he was a kind of coarse-haired Arabic person in the 90s, okay? Or a Caucasian man with blue eyes and coarse hair and, full lips and a full nose, handsome, whatever like this. But that's not what that person always looked like. Come with me here now. Follow me here. Follow me here. And I'm God's little secret weapon, okay? The tower. Because if these people was not treating me right and treating me like a dog or something like this is why God had to protect me from these people. This is the only reason why I'm still the fuck alive right now. In all honesty. And look, there go that pinnacle at the bottom. It's stuck in the mud, and now it's in reverse because the person come up out the mud. In the same way that you raised up your first generation children and your second generation children, and you skipped over this child, and you raised up your fifth generation and your sixth, the same way you raised them up and gave them finances to go put a stake in the earth or in the world somewhere, the same motherfucking way you about to run me my motherfucking money. Because these people stole this shit from me. I'm telling you, these people stole some Kundalini fluid from me when I was 9 years old, and they went and shared it with these people and made these people more. It's like Lucy juice or a limitless something. They took something from me and they gave it to these people. And that's why these people are the ones that's in trouble for the sins of the Father. Because it wouldn't be me. I didn't know. I would have been still sitting in the Holy Spirit energy, not being able to see any wicked. I seen everybody love me. I love everybody. I was a nice, sweet girl, respectful, things like this. That's why I say in the Bible, you could do something to this person. You could do something to that person. You cannot do something to the Holy Spirit. It ain't saying that I don't cuss, or I never had sex, or I never drank or smoked a blunt. It just means that the energy is pure to the core. I never done anything intentionally to hurt somebody. If a girl or somebody try to fight me, I was a strong ass kid. Okay, you don't want to fight me and be the same age of girl unless you know karate, bitch, because I was a strong ass kid. Okay. And I don't want to fight nobody. I used to cry when I had to fight somebody. I would win the fight and run back in the house and say, I didn't want to fight that person. I didn't. And my mom be looking like, what, girl, did you lose? I'm like, no, I just didn't want to fight. I didn't. So we talking about somebody that just was pure growing up. I should not have to deal with whatever these adults was doing to me, stealing from me, abusing me, whatever this is. They could have even been doing this to a certain sector of children here. The indigo children, these other rainbow children. Some of these people could have been the ones that was getting sexually abused. They could have been doing MK Ultra on us. They could have been doing secret programs on us, military grade programs, or just me, whatever this is. Okay? But that's funny because when I said that, here go the Seven of Swords, a sneaky person sneaking away with something. Now, this could have been somebody even lifted a child up and said, don't mess with this child. Like Mufasa did with Simba. He lifted him up in front of the whole pride and said, this is my child, don't mess with it. But then the person took something and ran off to go into fame or to run off into science or to do something to make more people with a mindset like mine. It's something about my mind. And there's no protection for me now because everything is so reckless from the top. These people are just coming in and being reckless. Like this, they could have been doing this since I was a child, but I would have never known. There's no pains, there's no ailments, now I'm waking up like somebody broke my fucking neck, like somebody broke my arm. I didn't hurt it. I didn't do nothing to it, but they're hurting me now. Something is not, and this could be because the North is in reverse. They're hurting me now. I think that another sector of this, when Farrakhan went to Saudi Arabia and talked to those sheiks, they did a plan together. So Farrakhan and them got their own scientists and all this shit. I look at him as Mr. Waternoose on fucking Monsters Inc. Okay? And what's her name? The Auntie Risa. They kind of look alike to me a little bit. But that could be her real daddy. I don't know. Okay? Because these people are familiar with this family. They have connections before I was born. Okay? So it's giving me also divinely guided seer as Grizel, whatever her name is, the mean lady with the glasses at the front desk. Okay? So these people, they came up with some plan or something here to be able to continue to do something. So if the North is in reverse and these people is getting restless, I told you, they about to try to get a feminine energy, say, come to Canada, seek asylum or whatever. But they're going to put you still in a Eight of Swords in reverse. They trying to offer somebody up to something higher. We might have to go, this might be North Pole, some shit, somewhere, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing something up or down. Okay? I'm seeing like the map in reverse. Like they telling us something like something, but something already flipped. Okay? Like the global, like something has already flipped. This could even be a certain group of people that was in the North. They done went south and started building in the tropics and stuff because they know something's coming. And the people that was in the tropics, they done went north or something like that. It's something like trading places here. Okay, look with that Fool card with that leap of faith. These people took the money and they went somewhere. There could be like a bunker or something. Your name is on a ticket, but somebody gave it to somebody else. Okay, these people could have also said that you stole something and ran away, but could be a lie with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Somebody could have said this to try to get out of a union, because you got to be careful with these people. That's why a lot of us, they didn't show. We married men that could have been calling themselves Christian, but they really was low-key Islam. So these are men that act like little babies. They can't spread their own miracle whip on their sandwich. You know, they treat you like a slave rather than a wife. They don't care about your mental well-being, your mental. My person wasn't abusive to me. Now, I feel like they got little tentacles and secret, you know, entities or shit that they use, that if they, these is people that won't say they bothered by you, but say you don't want to have sex because things is weird, or this person is acting weird, or something like this, and you hold it, you just like kind of concerned, like, is you fucking around on me, is you sick, you're scratching on your balls, bitch, I don't want to, what's going on, we haven't done nothing, you ain't, then if they getting mad like you should just be bow down, do this, these people have other extremities that they can use to come up on you. That's all I'm saying. This also makes them so angry, and they will plot silently and secretly, leaving your front door open when they leave out for work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and letting people come in there, putting something in your drink, and you knocked out. This is the devices that these call themselves men. These call themselves men. These is the people that, it's not the women now that is selling off the children into trafficking. These are the men that are meeting these nine of pentacles women that look like they got it all together and they got money. These are men that had to go home, go to work every day and take care of a family, because that's what y'all made a decision to do. You stay home with the kids and take care of the house. I go to work. But they usually send one of these fancy nine of pentacle ladies in that show them the ropes or show them the work, open up their mind. This bitch like Aladdin, and this motherfucker like Princess Jasmine. And then he like, oh, I never seen, she coming in, flying in for the weekend, taking them on helicopter rides from this city to the next to handle business. And they're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Look at what's going on over here, whatever. And then they sign the deals with the devil. And next thing you know, your kids don't look nothing like they used to look. This is how trafficking and the cartel works. Just in case you did, it don't really much have nothing to do with no white van pulling up behind you at Target when you putting your cheese and shit in the back seat. This is something else. This is an inside job. You see? Just like 9/11, a controlled motherfucking demolition, just like it's a controlled demolition on these families after they have robbed us of our fears. We're talking about some of you in families so that it can protect you, to hide your identity, so that this would not happen. And some of us just have been sitting there for too long, or you're talking about something that lets a motherfucker know that you one of them. And you don't know how to protect yourself from these people, or I don't, or whatever this is. And these other people, what we get, the people that enjoy watching people suffer, they're not gonna help. They're recording this, or they're letting people come in and do little shit to you and record it on a snuff film, murder people, and replace them with clones as if the murder never occurred. This is something deeper. And they don't even have the power and authority to do this. Somebody has to like go into a certain place. Like if these are weapons, okay? Because people are weapons of mass destruction. Them motherfuckers are still here. Okay? How you think Bush and them now be one of the top powerful families in America now? They the ones think they have to be the new elites. You just didn't know as people. They can come in and take every single person in America's social security number and scramble it up and sell them to Mexico. And you think you are who the fuck you are. And when ICE come knocking on the door, your ass is the one that gotta go. We got the son of David in the upright here. And we got an emperor or a grandfather or a father or an older man that's supposed to be in charge or a protector. This person has fallen, or they're not being seen. They have had their authority stripped from them, and they are not being seen as a man of valor or of high status or something anymore. This could even be a child of this person, okay? It's a fresh start. Some of these people that have been in some shit that's so dark behind the scenes, they got to come out. You got to go sit your ass down. This could be a younger, middle-aged male or female here that is doing something in the upright here. Like your action, your works. Because God didn't say judge somebody on what they saying. Nothing. It said judge on their works. So your works could be upright here. All right? You're not one of the ones that's around here robbing your family members because you got the information and they know that you don't have it. So these are the children of God that will be suffering from the lack of knowledge that your elders in these tribes and these groups and these secret societies and these, if they want to call themselves these dragons from the house, whatever the fuck they are, they have the information. They're supposed to bring you, this ain't no initiation, this is a birthright. Okay? And somebody is refusing to give you what's yours or the information that you need to move the fuck on. Even if they're trying to tell you that you're not a part of their family. Your family might be you more extensive and a more prominent family than theirs, or the one that you with. but maybe not no more because they done already found out, oh, this how much this child is worth. Well, how much is the people that really they connected to worth? Oh, let's go hit them up, bring all the money over here and get rid of this bitch because we done got all the money over here. We know what we did to this person. If this person get this much power and money, she gonna find out what we did and we gonna be in trouble. And the Bible also say about these people that they treat them like servants, or they were servants and then they come up as if they are to a higher ranking position. This is the worst thing that these people fear. You're not stopping it. Okay? All right? You're not. Okay? Somebody could be heartbroken. There could be a union. Somebody could have had a union, okay, already. All right? We don't know if this is a good person or a bad person. This might be a bad person because this person could have tried to break your heart and get in a new union. And this is going to be the death of this person. They stole all your, yep, there go the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They stole your assets or made you or put your assets down to make you have to dig or something for it. And the Ace of Pentacles in the upright ain't like that. This is like somebody calling you or sending you a mysterious letter to your house and saying, yeah, your uncle, you didn't know your third uncle such and such lived in Kansas and he got 68 acres of land, businesses and farm and everything on it. He wanted you to have it. And you say, okay, where do I go to sign for this? And they say, this is the address. We got, there's a plane ticket attached to this. I'll represent you. Go here and find out about this. It's not no, you got to twerk your ass and become a stripper. And then one day you're going to be famous. And you say, how did you get here? Well, at first I was a stripper and then I did this and I was that. But, a stripper also means somebody that professionally strips another person from their family tree. So somebody else can sit in that spot. The strange fruit or passion fruit. Yeah, this is what these people been doing for a long time. The African American is not the American Negro or whatever. It's some of these people is not the same. Some of you don't got shit to, of course now, okay? Of course now you could have, since slavery, you could have mixed with Africans at some point in time. But some of you motherfuckers, your people was already here. I know mine was. So I'm not even going to talk about nobody else. I just talk about myself. So I'm not one of them that got to go digging and doing all this and doing some slutty shit to get my stuff. My shit isn't my birthright for it to be ready and handed over. And that's what the fuck you going to do, whoever the fuck listening. Okay? So this could be the death of somebody because they fucking tried it. Not the way that God raised me up this time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Somebody is crazy. Somebody is crazy. I know what my father said to me. Okay? So these is the people that's telling God's daughter, oh, it's peace when it's war. Y'all, you in a united force field around here. And I'm going to tell you one thing about my in-laws' coat of arms. Their coat of arms, it got a lion in the middle. Okay? It's either two different ways that you could put it or whatever. I think that it could be a lion at the top or a crown at the top. But at the bottom, in the crest, it got a lion and it got two jagged things coming in from side to side. Or it could be coming in from the top to bottom. Whatever it is, these are like some kind of, how a tractor got those kind of, the kind of get in the ground and dig up it's like a jagged saw. And is like coming towards, I mean, I'm of course it's not doing that on the coat of arms, but my mind is a weird thing. Okay. So this is represented, or this could be a sign for me if I knew how to. I had to self-teach myself these arts and stuff like this over the past 15 years. A lot of reading, a lot of all this. Books, history, wars, a lot of all this. I had to teach myself, okay? So, if I didn't see this. I just seen this within the past 2 years. I started studying a little bit more on coat of arms the past 3 years or so. And then I noticed that that's one. So this family could be what is the destruction of the last lion or royal lion. You get what I'm saying? Because the mother, okay, they got Windsor for Queen Elizabeth, the daughter. But Queen Elizabeth, the mother, her last name was Lyons. So she was we ain't just talking about Lion of Judah. Her last name was Lyons and Bozeman or Bowman, or I can't remember. It's something like this, okay? So again, somebody could be shedding a light on what this is. So some of these people was sent into your life to destroy or to, rob you of everything, and that's how I say it. It's a shame because there's families and there's natives and stuff that's connected to these lineages too. and they decided not to let you in on a secret. They gave your information, sacred knowledge. The government even allowed for enemies to get access to our sacred knowledge. I mean, this is skull and crossbone but a different way of looking at it, not the creepy just run and hide propaganda. When you really look at the shit, okay, this is some old order. I look like there's more like order here. Okay. So again, there could be something here about somebody being dark with the Page of Cups, a dark person or a dark witch or something, or a black person, last name this, nickname this, a dark-hearted person. Even somebody could say a black person, however you want to look at it. I got to give it in all the different forms as I can. In the Bible, it says, unless it's black. Okay, remove it from something unless it's black. I feel like it's talking about the womb. So some people's wombs are being heavily guarded or watched over or used, okay? But somebody can't birth something with somebody because the person is a dark child now, or they're a dark energy here. So somebody could have got in a marriage with they're heartbroken because they got in a marriage with, this could be somebody trying to give you a message from a past, okay? Trying to let you know why something went the way or why it went a certain way, okay? With these lineages, when people was finding out about, some brown skinned people was already here in the indigenous community, information community, a lot of people was sharing their coat of arms, showing, their family trees and all this stuff here. But again, somebody could be saying you're a part of some kind of family or something that they can't breed with. But I told you, people is trying to snatch crowns from people to get higher ranking positions in society and things like this. And you can't touch them. You was in the dark. You can't come out the dark. You can't be a demon and then come and call yourself an angel. Somebody talking about some holy demons. Where they at? Where they at? This is unjust. These people is making up shit. They said that I or you was doing this. But what I do move mountains, motherfucker. Okay? Who can scroll back to heavens, bitch? What I do is something different. What these people is doing is something else. Okay? That's why there's going to be a victory here with this 6 of Wands here. Okay, something is genuine and something is not. Something genuinely came from me and source with my connection with God, and these people been drinking from my cup or my beef stew or whatever. Now, these people been running around like vagabonds, collecting money, checks, digging in people's information, stealing shit. And God's children was sitting here maybe even with the lack of knowledge of what to do next. So don't let them get you fooled with that shit talking about, oh, I'm a 9 of Pentacles, look at this flashy car and stuff. That's why I said don't get jealous of these people. They're going to get theirs. They're going to get theirs. And they wonder how God's children sit calm in one spot and can tell them like God can't. We say God can tell somebody something just by sitting in one spot and laughing at these people. They think that they doing something tricky, and then you open up your mouth, or a real prophetess open up their mouth and tell these motherfuckers exactly what they was doing. It ain't no way you could have known. You see what I'm saying? And Jesus said, yeah, anytime y'all talking 2 or 3 of me in my name, I know what the hell you talking about. I'm there. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody be listening to your oh, you a tarot witch, bitch. The tarot is in the Bible. We done proved it. I figured that out. Y'all want to try to kill me and use my stuff and then try to intertwine something and soften something and manipulate people with demon tarot reader. I just know that the Torah is in the tarot and the tarot is in the Torah. And I done proved it. I don't do nothing else but look at cards. Okay? So I'm not no witch. I'm not doing nothing else or no weird shit or chopping off no chicken's heads and shit like this and drinking the blood. The only thing I use is cards. Okay? So somebody could be trying to say something, but we have read word for word. I told y'all. We done picked up the high priestess. We done picked up the we done picked up the Empress. These cards, or the high priestess, the woman sitting there with the crown and shit like this and the moon at her feet. These are specifically reading off what's in these cards. Okay? This is, I tell you, these are men trying to use anything because they don't like women. And a lot of these men, they not even attracted to women. They want you to cover yourself up and go sit in the corner, and they want to go to the hafla with them little lady boys dressed up in them fucking dresses, and then they want to be so strict like this is a man's thing or something. You fucking little boys. And God said, tell them what I said. that they doing behind the scenes. What you sitting here trying to defile these women and make them feel like they not nothing and shut them up or something like this because of what the fuck you doing in the dark. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna say what I got to say up on this channel because I already been guarded and shielded to say what the fuck I say on this channel. I said what I said. A lot of this abuse that we suffering is at the hands of men that like men, or men with beards and makeup, lip gloss and shit on, that's fucking your man in these secret groups and these secret societies. And some of these people are witches or connected to this shit. And these are the ones that's abusing us because they can't be what the fuck we are. And some of them are like, girl, I'm cool. Yeah, I don't like these men that be trying to do this either. Some gay men or whatever, I don't think it's healthy for you to have no man and have a gay best friend and he be at your house and shit. Like, I don't think it's a smart thing to do. It's no offense. We could be friends. I won't treat you different. I love you to death. But nigga, you don't need to be around my man. And people say, is you not it just, I don't know. My home and my family, where my children lay their head, that's for us. I don't like motherfuckers at my house. I just don't. Okay, that's my number one priority. Whether the kids is mine or not, they my responsibility until they get 18 and they leave out the fucking house. Okay, so when y'all can do what you want to do after that, but these people is mad. Like I said, it's very dangerous to be in a situation with these men that's in the dark or on the low. The man that's on the low with him ain't trying to expose him. The woman that's looking at the different movements. Oh, you acting a little softer. Oh, you acting a little finicky. Why you acting so bitchy? Why you this? Why you that? Oh, you don't want to sleep with me? They're trying to make it about you. No. And I'm telling you, as a grown-ass woman, if it seemed like I got to ask my man for some, I don't want it. I'm not. They be trying to record people in their fucking house and see what your relationship is like. So, and another bitch be like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm about to get him," or some man be like, "Ooh, I'm about to get him. I could turn him out." These people is weird. So if my nigga come home and he ain't asking me for, I know you be on me all the time, and you ain't asking, but I don't even listen. You ain't fucking with me. We just gonna act like we just gonna keep the house some kind of way cordial until I find your ass really cheating or something, and I leave your ass or something like that. No, you got to only show me one time. Shit, I remember when I used to have 2 boyfriends at one time at a certain point of time. You know what I'm saying? I don't call, motherfucker calling like, hey, you coming through? Oh, yeah, probably, I can't get over there until Friday. You know what I'm saying? Because I was afraid, you know what I'm saying, if I'm doing this, I don't want to go over there. Even as a young girl, I still was kind of, having fun. I was more in my masculine energy back then. But, I'm not about to go right from his house and go right to his house, be kissing on him or anything. I don't want my mom, because if something pop up, motherfucker, we got to know where this came from. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm as righteous enough. I mean, I ain't going to say righteous. That was not the good word. Honest enough. Okay? Because it really ain't your business what's between my legs if we not married. And even if we is, shit. Depending on where I'm coming from. Unless you didn't catch me, I guess. But, I'm grown as hell now. If I want to do something, I'm going to say, hey, I think I want to do this or something. Okay? And the person can say yes or no. Okay? And I will listen. I will listen. I will listen. I'm grown. Shit. I ain't got no time to be fucking sneaking around. The fuck I look like? We got the 3 pentacles in reverse. And then we got the 3, and then we got these women. These women were crafting up something against you or me or something like this. Okay, these witches. Or these could be people that this person was celebrating with. If your man was in a secret society, these could be 3 other secret society members. You don't know what these people do in their little group, in their little clubhouse or the little lodge or something like this. More than like you don't know what they do. But this could be somebody else that's like a lodge or something with this person. If this person is in the music industry, these are some niggas that be in the studio with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you got babies or you kicking it with Booby from around the corner in the hood, this is 3 niggas that be sitting there playing the PlayStation with this nigga every day. This is what this is. Okay? All right? Whoever these people is, and they were doing something dark or in the dark. Okay? For you ladies that leave home and your man stay at home, men been sitting at home and playing video games while the woman worked for a long time. These niggas be ready to lynch you if they find out that a woman was staying home and the man was shady and left her behind with no food in her mouth after promising to take care of her and the children. it's not a big thing. You see what I'm saying? The nerve. Nobody should feel sorry for you. Should have been practicing, or you should have been seeing the signs or something. Is what these motherfuckers will say. I tell you, these funny men that will go, they man is getting out of jail for something. They mans, and they all pull up in their nice cars with a bag of money and some fucking lobster tails, and be like, hey, and a PlayStation, like, hey, motherfucker, come on, let's go over here with some wine and some beer and shit, a 40 ounce. Motherfucker, a woman go to jail for signing some checks or something for a man to get a come up. She gotta call her mama or something to come pick her up. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is weird. They is. Look, Queen of Pentacles. This is the epitome of the mother out of the whole deck. She's sitting in her throne. She got the baby in her hand, or whatever, her work, her job, the household, whatever this is. She got something in her hand. This is what she focused on. And behind her back, with the 5 of Wands, is all these men with their dicks hanging out, doing whatever this is that they doing in the dark. This is your man. Somebody man. My man. Somebody man. Okay, I don't exclude myself. I don't know who the fuck, what nobody is doing these days. I don't know what nobody is doing. But we know, we could see it, but here in the readings, but I don't like to get too specific all the time, unless we talking politics or something else that people really don't relate to as being important or right in front of your face as it is. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from that a little bit, because these people still could probably try to run up on me or something around here. All right? So there could have been a fight or something like this where these people is fighting over who gonna get this Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could have been when you was cooking and cleaning and everything like this, and these people from the secret society had them cameras in your house watching you. And now they done came back, and somebody could be, look, if there's a man down, if they got this man, beat this man up so they can get access to his woman, a pregnant woman or a woman, these people ain't shit. Okay? There could be a woman here that this person held, or a child. This could be a child, y'all. I just heard a child. A child. This person could have this could be like the wife, and these could be 3 children. And this person they was calling on the wife to speak on something earlier when this was in reverse, remember? And now this person is in this energy, and he telling you who did something here. It's a child. Usually I would say that these are 3 mistresses, like a president, and like I say Mariah Lindsay. What the hell? Marilyn Monroe. Like, JFK, Marilyn Monroe, maybe he had some other hoes on the side. I don't know. But this would be like, this is like 3 women that somebody held at high esteem, but their wife was at home under, you see how his sword is underneath his bed. The wife is, at home, got to put up this, white, crispy, clean facade for the public. But it's one of these women that they held in high honor. I told you, this is a child that set this man up and got him put in the hospital. This could be shit. This could be a child or a cousin or a friend of yours. I'm hearing somebody could have made somebody cry. So they want to let you let loose and be a woman and cry. Every tear. Somebody could be warning you, every time you cry, it's going to die. But you can't. I can't. You also, this could be a father. That's why that father is in reverse. Because he want the daughter to cry, so people ain't looking at like, man, we've been dealing with your shit for all this time. You've been doing this to your daughter or your something like this all this time. This could be like a Chronos effect, y'all. Like, okay, baby, I'm back. And tell me who it was that did it. But you like, no, I'm over it, motherfucker. I done already been through whatever this. I don't even understand what happened to me. And I done made it through. And I'm just talking about keep on going. I'm not backing down. That's all you need to know. Like, it's cool. And somebody like, what? You must be I'm hearing somebody saying like, you must be a zombie, or you must be changed, or you must be a vampire now or something. No. Somebody knew you was a wrecking, or I was something to be reckoned with in the first motherfucking place. This is why they had you castrated, which means Somebody, if there's a neural chip or there is some type of, you know how on Avatar they had a tail and they could plug into that tree? Somebody cut off your tail or cut off your braid. And the Native Americans, or in the Bible when the Judah and them or whoever it was not supposed to cut off their hair or their hair. Okay, this could also be telling people don't cut off your child. Okay, it could have told people to castrate their child at some point in time, but it didn't tell everybody in the Bible. That was a specific story. You got to learn how to read the Bible, first of all. That was a specific story of a person at that time. When they talking about somebody had all these, Abraham, that's a specific person at a specific time that God specifically said that man was supposed to have a lot of children. Rather, I'm not questioning God whether he made a mistake or not. I'm just saying he didn't say every single person in the world supposed to be having these different wives. All these niggas semen wasn't even that important for these niggas to be having these babies. This is what the problem is now. Think about the Georgia fucking Guidestones. All these people is not, you can't just be somebody that can just, you know, these men ain't even taking care of their families. They on the low with men behind. Like a lot of these men playing video games and doing goofy ass shit. Nobody want that. Shit. I had to sit here and look at you. I seen aunties and shit. This nigga 45 years old and he just sitting up in here with all these niggas and you got daughters up in here. In the motherfucking projects. See, these niggas, that's why I said these is the people that probably, the first generation is probably the ones that stole my money and then went and tried to make themselves in some hoity-toity situations and then try to make it look like I don't fit in because I'm mad now. Because I see what these people did to me and how detrimental it is. And nobody was going to tell me the truth if I didn't figure it out or God didn't wake me up and show me or give me this gift to see. And these people like, oh, this person can't rejoin the family because. So we not only talking about castrating somebody, cutting off somebody's private parts or genital mutilation. We're talking about cutting off somebody from a sacred something that's going on in a family, like who the fuck you are. You the only one that's like this. And these people decided not to tell you. And they even leave you for dead because they knew other motherfuckers knew. And they had something to do with taking your money too. And they gonna, if you start open and squealing, these people gonna be on your ass. This is deep, y'all. Okay, this is really deep. This is a message. Look, this is a message. This is a message. We got the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Somebody is dealing with a but God or a God energy. Somebody that got the blindfold on, but they still know everything these motherfuckers is doing if they go to God. This is somebody that's clairvoyant, clairaudient. They got all 4 of the clairs and then some. They don't have to see with their eyes. They see what they see with they what it say we search or we see by faith, not by sight. This is a different type of being right here. This 9 of Pentacles, somebody is dealing with a 9 of Pentacles. This person is supposed to be a 9 of Pentacles, but this person thought it was best to have you in this situation and then the 9 of Pentacles here. Okay? Even though the only one that they was supposed to be in a 2 of Cups with and mating with you was you. This could also be somebody that keep on sneaking off into these other 2 of Cups energy and leaving this person in a 2 of Swords. But this person is not supposed to be sitting there just in this stance, you know, in this monk energy. Like they have to get up and move to somebody that left you here for like 20 years or something. This is like a little this is like you finding out you a part of the Navajos and then they invite you to come back into the tribe. There might be some tribal like funding or something or some kind of inheritance or something that you're supposed to get because you attached to this tribe, you know, something like this, some money or something, some type of training or some type of initiation thing or learning the ways of the people on the reservation. It's something like this. They did not take you here. They wanted to just leave you here right here and you wake up and everything is different. Nothing is the same and you don't have anything. This is what's being unveiled here with the moon in reverse. Somebody saw the whole thing of what these people were saying, talking about. This could be your parents, your sister, brother, people that was supposed to be your family. Or if there was a silent war in the 80s, like I told y'all, the early 80s, and they slew all these people and put clones or put instead of these family members, or they took them and moved them somewhere else to outer, like outer space just mean a rural area to me. Okay. where you could seem like you went to fucking outer space. That's just me. You can think what you want to think about it, but with the moon landing, I think that was the first part of betrayal against God and the Son. Okay. I think that because that was when they first had contact with something. If you read it, it says something about the moon or something. They first started to, like, they stopped using some other system and they start focusing on something with the moon. So this could be Islam. This could be, this shit is a little bit deeper, y'all. I mean, we don't know